Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Downtown Dreaming, SLA Industries actual play. My name is Mark, or Cthulhu Kid. I'll be your storyteller for this evening. I've been playing this game for about, wait a minute, what year is it? About 21 years? No, 26 years, sorry. So I love it very, very much, and I hope you all will too. This game is, however, a horror game and deals with issues such as addiction, violence, bigotry, albeit not bigotry as we have it in our world, more towards fictional races and things, but it's still there. We have safety mechanisms in place. We all know what's acceptable for each of us, and if something comes up that hasn't been discussed, we will very quickly deal with that. And the same should go for all of you. If anyone experiences anything in the game that they don't like, it's too much for them, then step away. You can always come back, or if you don't want to, also fine. Let's meet the other people because they're more interesting than I am. We will start with Jax. Hi. Wait, no, you're muted. Wait. There, go now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't know if they could.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. How would you like me to introduce myself?
Uh, However you would like. Plug anything you'd like to plug. Tell us what you're playing.
Hi, I'm Jax. My full name is Jacqueline Brick. I am a freelance writer, game designer, editor. I've been on multiple Emmy award-winning products, including The Tragedy of Middle School, Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition, and Cult Divinity Lost, among others. I recently just got my printed copy of Fading Sun's Pax Alexius, in which I wrote all of the nobles. You can find me basically anywhere on the internet as Rufflejax. You can visit my website at jacquelinebrick.design. You can also visit my Linktree, which has all of my relevant links at linktree/Rufflejax. This game I will be playing the captain of the squad, Shekinah Zelenko, who is a hard-nosed bureaucrat with a gambling addiction and a dark secret.
Thank you very much. And we'll go down to Tim. Tim, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Tim. I got nothing much more to plug than TTRP Theater, which is where we are. And I will be playing the Ebonite Healer, Orin. Weak of body, strong of mind. And hopefully we're going to survive long enough to make him an interesting character.
We'll do our best. And last but not least, Ben.
Hi, I am Ben. I run the Place of Wrath and Tears.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you. On the other Sunday, on the other every other Sunday, which is a sentence I'm ashamed of. I can usually be found reading everything Jax writes, and trying to figure out Twitter, and having a lot of fun. I will be playing Grail, a dog skull-headed killing machine with some mental and social challenges, who I think is going to be a lot of fun and an interesting life to lead.
Thank you very much. As Ben said, this show will be fortnightly, and Americans, if you don't know what fortnightly is, I'm sorry, you will have to look it up. No, every second week, alternating with Ben's Place of Wrath and Tears, which is amazing. You really should watch it. These lovely people are all on here early because I'm in Austria, so for me it's like 9 o'clock and I'm an old man. Yeah, without further ado, I would say we should start. Shekinah, you were sitting in an office uptown. You're waiting.
Sure am.
You've been waiting for a while now. It's a beer. Beer. Oh, there's nothing in the walls. No motivational posters. Cup of coffee. Maybe the fourth or fifth or whatever it is you wish to drink. Waiting there for you. Yeah. Basically, how do you feel being kept waiting like that?
Frustrated. They're playing games with me again. There's no reason for this. My loyalty is assured. They just want to see what I'll do if I'm kept waiting, and what I will do is sip coffee in irritation.
As you sip on your coffee, door opens with a slight hiss. Soft footsteps. Across from you, an Ebon sits. Fairly tall, pale. Good evening, Shakina.
Shekinah,
Ah, yes.
good
yes,
evening.
Of course. So, you've left your squad. What was it they were called? Where did it? Oh my god, I wrote this down and left it. Oh my god. Of course I still love you. Very wonderfully named squad. I just saw them on the news. That squad leader of yours, what you called?
Lena?
The big one, yeah. Makes very good, a very good impression on camera.
She does, yes. Do your notes say that I left my squad?
My notes say what they need to say.
Well, I can assure you that Lorna and I had an excellent relationship.
I have no doubt, absolutely no doubt of that. And the rest of your squad, as they go on to the fame and fortune they so rightfully deserve, we at head office have decided to honour you with something else. We think that your capabilities go towards leadership. You come highly recommended, of course, from Lorna. And I think she was fairly sorry to see you go. However, we all have our place. My name is Calton Four. He doesn't hold out his hand.
I don't hold out my hand either.
So, Shakina.
Calton.
Thank you. We have decided you should run your own squad.
Shekinah.
Ah, yes, sorry. Please forgive me.
Carlton.
Yes. And as he moves towards you, he smiles and nods at his SCL badge, which stands 5C. Yes, that's right. Now, the choice at many has not been exemplary this semester. There are two that we found would be suitable. There were others, unfortunately, due to a family emergency for one, has had to take a break, and another has decided to seek fame and fortune as a musician. If you hear them in the pit, do not dance them. We have made our displeasure well known. Who would you like to meet first? We have an Ebon, and, which I'm sure you'll be overjoyed about, an advanced carrion. Your squad will start small.
So it's true what they say.
What would that be?
All you need to be an operative is a C+.
Oh, if only that were true. Sometimes even a D will get you there. But,
Well, I'm so glad you've brought me the cream of the crop.
oh, I'm sure they will be more than sufficient for the task at hand. Now, I think we will start on the easier side. And he pushes the little button thing in his hand. Oren Arenda, please enter.
Oren will walk in. You'll see before you a short, pale, skinny little scrawny guy, ebonite. Probably a good wind would blow him over. Carrying a bunch of gear he looks like he's struggling with, even though it's not much. And he comes to stand before you. Hello.
Oren, you said your name was?
Yes.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, and you are who?
Shekinah Zelenko.
Captain Zelenko. Okay, I'll remember that.
That'll do. You do what exactly?
Oh, I'm a healer, medic. I also like to, got some training in the forensics and stuff too, is to help the squad.
Good. Useful.
Pretty good at healing. I can do most steps.
Good.
Would you like to ask Shekinah, sorry, yes. Would you like to ask her anything? Before we bring in your next teammate?
Take good care of me, please?
I wouldn't do anything less.
No, of course not. Of course not. He presses the button again. Grail, enter.
6.5 feet of monster walks in the door. If it weren't for the stormers, you would probably have to crouch to get in through this door. If you are new to this system, he is a carrion. He is a technically local creature with a head that is a monstrous dog skull with 2 glowing blue pupilless eyes set on top of a mostly humanoid body. They are the horror monsters that climb up out of the sewers and eat you if you're bad. So he is essentially the monster in the nursery rhyme who just walked in the door. He is wearing what looks to be like a fairly standard armor body glove, the under armor, with a shirt and a pair of pants over that. He is wearing shoes. He looks in, looks around, and then just kind of points his head at the floor and says, "Hello, I am Grail."
Yes, you are, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
How tall is Orin?
Orin stands about 5'3".
So Shekinah is 5'6", so you have a bunch of tiny people, and then this guy. Which is fun.
Based off that height difference, I would say that it is blatant that he is trying not to make eye contact in this moment. Because the gymnastics a tall creature has to make to not do that is pretty wild. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Now, I know it is customary for you to choose your own squad name. However, since this has all been arranged by us for your benefit, Shekinah, we've decided...
Shekinah.
Wendy,
Carlton.
I will get it right, I promise. We have decided on the name Gunboat Diplomacy. Having heard of some of your techniques, Shekinah, we thought that might be appropriate. Now...
Is that my gunboat? I point at Grail.
It certainly seems so. Grail did very well in his class. Cannot be faulted. Orin, while young, was a promising young Ebon. Now, we also do not want to make you go all the way down to the BPN hall today. So since we are putting you together, we decided to do something nice for you.
Thank you, I'm sure.
He hands you the BPN, which is in our chat if you haven't seen it.
Okay. Ah.
Would you like me to read it out, or would you like to read it?
I'll read it. Departmental authorization, Department of Sanitation, training package recommended, any, color code, blue. Details, investigate the cause of a blockage in the sewers beneath Sector 4162. The block, known as the Drum, has been suffering a blockage for over a month. A sanitation crew was dispatched and one member lost to rats. exterminate the rats and report on the blockage.
I think that is a wonderful introduction for your squad to operative life. Get their hands dirty, as it were.
You're too kind.
I know. You have friends, Shekinah. Friends who want only the best for you.
I know who my friends are.
I am sure you do. And you, big man. It looks at you, girl. You look after your squad leader. You do well. And I'll make sure I get you some of those badges you like. The big smile burger.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you head down to the vehicle pool, we've arranged for a taxi for you. Report to Shiva Sergeant Mohammed McCabe. That'll be all.
Grail, take Oren's things down to the taxi. I want a word alone with Mr. Carlton.
Sure.
Carlton.
I know.
Orin will grab his stuff and struggling to carry it, but he manages.
Grail
Give it
holds out one clawed hand.
And he hangs about 4 pieces of gear on it, and he looks relieved.
He says, "We need to leave," and then
I
starts
agree.
walking.
And Orin will start chatting with him, So, where are you from? How'd you get here?
Cannibal Sector 2.
Oh, so you were caught live. Not raised in captivity.
They can't raise us in captivity. They have to take all of us.
Oh, I didn't know that. He starts babbling with you as we walk away.
As you two
Okay.
head away, Carlton's smile drops from his face. Well, Telenko, what did you wish to say to me?
I don't know what your game is, but whoever decided to send me back into the drum,
I have no idea
I
what
have-
you're talking about.
I have been a member of the operatives for years now. Someone is attempting to punish me, and I want to know who.
Why would someone wish to punish you?
Someone is attempting to punish me, and I want to know who. Carlton.
Shekinah, you will know your place. You have
hold
done
on,
very well.
I
Sorry?
think I have an intimidate roll I can make here.
You can certainly try.
Okay, so I have a bonus of I don't have any skill in intimidate, but I do have a bonus of 4.
Mm-hmm.
So is that just to the success roll?
That go no to the success and the skill roll because you get one skill dice no matter what.
Right. Okay.
So if you roll the
So-
2 dice, the number you're trying to beat is 14.
Added together or just
You you add you add the bonus to the success dice first.
okay? So that's 10. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we're not going to even look at this the skill dice just now because usually if you get no
Yeah.
success whatsoever, it's bad. But for this, we'll just leave it. Carlton smiles at you again. I know you did well, Shekinah. I know your squad liked you. I do not know who wishes to punish you. But we all end up doing as we're told. So I would suggest perhaps you do too.
Very well.
It is nothing personal from my side.
I don't know you. It couldn't be personal.
Exactly. Run along.
She turns on her heel and leaves without acknowledging him further.
You two are getting close to the vehicle pool. There's a buzz of activity. There's lots of employees So, SLA employees that are below operative level, running around, fixing things mechanically, bringing stuff here and there. There's a few groups of shivers, some of whom mutter as you walk past. Some even spit.
Now, shivers are just to ask the question out loud. The shivers are kind of like the police force, right?
They are indeed.
They're
Shivers are
they're
the boys in green. They
okay.
are they tend to get the dirtier jobs than the SLA operatives. They don't get the fame. They don't get the recognition. They are not well loved by the people, and some of them tend to revel in that, and others don't. SLA operatives and shivers have a complex relationship, where the shivers tend to think of the operatives as being showboats, and the operatives tend to think of shivers being below them.
And of course, I look like something that's been eating their friends.
Yes, there is that.
Okay. He, unless it becomes verbal or kind of enters into his physical space, he essentially ignores it. It's the don't start brawls when you're outnumbered was lesson 2, day 1 of many training. So if anything moves towards them in any sort of aggressive manner, if any of the shivers kind of do that like macho, come at you sort of physical things, he will put his hand either in front of or on Orin and move them behind him and out of the way. If it looks like it's going to get somewhere.
Well,
Orin would
is-
be behind you fast anyway. You wouldn't even have to put your hand out.
What were you saying, Jax?
There is something moving towards you aggressively right now, and it's the click-clack of Shekinah's heels. Because she wears heels on
Great.
missions. Just moving steadily towards you.
You hear as well the shivers start to swear and mutter, and one of them mentions your old squad.
You done stealing from the citizenry yet, or do I need to talk to Carlton?
Some of them just laugh. A couple look very as if they would like to be aggressive towards you, but they're inside of a sleigh building. They'll wait until there's no cameras around to do anything like that.
Also worth noting, I have one of those large magnetic holsters that has the hand cannon on it, and the tripod that I use the cannon with on it. So
I love all of that.
hello, I have the arrogant flaw. And the only practical weapon skills I have are support weapons platforms, so...
Definitely of use. Anyway, you've got a tank, you'll be fine. You see Shiver Sergeant McCabe beside a large APC. This thing's about 9 meters long. Someone call for a taxi?
Ah. I thought they were leaving us hanging. It's good to see that he was joking when he said a taxi.
No. We will be taking you down. You hear one of the privates behind them say something very low, almost inaudible. And he turns around and snaps, "You will not do that in my presence." Well, you're a new squad, yes?
Yes.
You, however, are a little bit higher ranking than these two. What happened? Did your squad die?
No.
Okay. I will not ask any further then. Big man, if you would please step in first to make sure you've got space.
Okay. He stops at the door. Like he comes to a shrieking halt and looks at the inside of the door, the part where that you can't see either on the inside or outside, kind of the mechanism side of the door, turns his head down and looks at it for like a solid 15 seconds, and then just kind of like makes a little bit of like a head waggle, and then gets in.
One of
Either-
the shiver privates takes a step back when you do that. And it looks like he's going to say something. McCabe gives him a look and he just stops again.
Tell me, do all of your privates have such big mouths?
No, for the most part.
You'd think a man with this large of an APC would be able to control his privates.
Obrid Selenko, you will be on my vehicle. I am taking you to where you are doing your job.
Thank you very much.
There is no need for rudeness here. I am not being in any way, I've forgotten the word I want to use, derogatory towards any of you. I will make sure that my shivers are also not. However, I expect the same respect in my vehicle.
You will get nothing but the soul of courtesy from me, Sergeant.
Good to hear. Now, let's get going. It'll take us a while to get down to 4.
Well, we should get Orem in first.
He will quickly jump in. There hopefully is room next to Rail.
Real.
Yep. If not, he'll try to squirm at least as best he can.
This thing is
Grail
massive.
Grail makes room. In the first act of like aggression that Grail has done, Grail will use his body size to make an orange-sized spot on the bench seat next to him.
There are only 3 shivers with you. There's 2 privates
fine.
and the sergeant, plus the driver. The inside this APC, there are 2 benches going all the way along. So it's really a massive space. There's racks for guns. There's lockers for storage. You see several weapons. You see stickers placed all over the shop. Once you're all in, one of the privates sits across from you, Grail, and looks at you. Are you really a carrion?
Yes.
Wow. My name's Ackers. He holds out his hand to you.
Grail like tuts with his mouth. He makes like some kind of like maybe a thinking noise, and then reaches his big clawed hand out and very carefully and delicately, like holding an egg with tongs, shakes their hand.
You see him with his eyes light up. Oh, I didn't think I'd get to meet one of you. Here, do you want one? And he brings out a pack of Piggy Wiggy and spicy sauce.
Yes, may I please see the pack?
He hands it over to you.
He takes one of the cigarettes out and like very carefully like places it aside, then closes the pack and investigates it.
It's not
For a
cigarettes,
minute, like
it's
looking-
meat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not cigs. Food.
Okay. Then he does the same investigative routine while working on a piece of God only knows what.
Better not to ask.
Yeah. And he says, thank you for sharing food with me.
Oh, my pleasure. You can have the rest. Oh, and he looks at you and is looking at your weapons. Oh, I wish I could have been an operative. Couldn't get into many.
Sometimes the entrance requirements are very high.
Yeah. Glad you got in though. Looks really cool. I mean, this boy's probably about 17 or something. He seems very, very eager. The other private sitting across from you, Shekinah, next to Orin. She's whispering, muttering under her breath. Just, you can't quite hear it. You're not sure if it's about either of you, but yeah, possible.
Orin hearing her mumbling and stuff, and while he's trying to observe Grail's reaction to this and his new teammates, he's gonna just give the young lady a little bump and suggestion to say, just sit there and shut up.
So you
This is
actually
a-
give it a bump?
Well, using a plant thought ability for Ebb.
Then please roll.
I made the minimum requirement without rolling,
Okay.
but if you want me to.
No, if you meet the minimum required without rolling for a minute. Let me have a look at this because...
Plans a simple suggestion, 12 words, in the subject's mind. Subject will believe without question as though the thought was their own.
But that
It
should
must be...
come with a roll, though.
Yeah, if you want me to roll my FR.
Yeah,
I
let's
can
roll
roll
it. Let's roll it now. Let's
Okay.
take it out for a spin and knock all the rust off this.
Yeah, because you've got a rank of 1,
Okay.
so you roll it.
Yep, and my FR is at 7, I believe, for that skill.
Mm-hmm.
One success, 2 skill success.
Okay. What suggestion are you giving?
That you should just sit there, be quiet, look straight ahead, ignore everything else.
She stops talking suddenly. You see her look confused for a second. There's a bump as the ABC lifts you all of you except Grail, slightly off your seats. You're travelling for well over an hour. You felt yourself going down 2 or 3 ramps already. Must be in Sector 2 district.
Oops, sorry.
It's okay. And after a while, you can hear from outside screams and jeers, thuds of things hitting into the APC. You're down in Sector 4, outside the window. You see someone take an egg. And if you're looking out of the window, Grail, you see the egg splat right where your face would be. Shout, you fucking assholes! Get the fuck, you green bastards.
That's fine. Are we presuming to have had our stuff, our various equipment?
Yes,
With
everything
us?
will be with
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Cool.
McCabe, as the usual kind of. So, why did you get stuck with the greenhorns?
I'm sorry?
How come you got stuck with the greenhorns, the newbies?
Sergeant McCabe, I promise to be the soul of courtesy with you.
It was simply a question. Passing the time.
You did promise to not ask me any more questions.
No, I promised not to ask you about your road squad, but fair enough. Yeah, mistakes can be made. Anyway, I do believe we're arriving at our destination. Welcome to the drum, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
We are here for support should you need us, but unless you run into difficulty, we're not going down into the sewers with you. There should be the caretaker of the block. I think Sepon Javan he's called. He'll meet you at the door.
Thank you very much for all of your assistance. This was an excellent and smooth ride.
One of the smoother ones I've had with Slay operatives in a while. If you need us, you can give us a call. We'll be here till you're ready to go.
Come on, boys, let's go.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. About how long did that drive take, Mark?
Probably about 2.5 hours.
Okay, I just want to make sure to regenerate my flux.
Is it reasonable to assume that at this point, as we deploy out, that we're dressed?
You
For-
have your
for
armor,
action.
and yes.
Okay.
There's very rarely we actually take your armor off. You step out and the rain is falling. You're underground. Don't know how many hundreds of meters, but the rain is falling in your heads. The light coming from the street lamps is very harsh. Doesn't seem to illuminate everything. You see the cars and bikes strewn along the road all look to be in some state of disrepair. Oren, you've probably never been down this far to downtown. This is, especially compared to how life was back on Static, this is...
This is smelly and disgusting.
Yes. You can see that someone's pissed against the wall, shat right beside that, and then is sitting down having a drink with a bottle of wine in their hand, right next to it. You can hear screams and shouts from all over the place. Gunshots go off in the distance. The building in front of you that you have to go into, the one that's colloquially known as the Drum, has metal mesh over the windows over the first couple of floors.
Shekinah is looking straight ahead, is not acknowledging anything that is happening. It's just very quiet, heading towards the front door.
See a man in it's an older man in a blue uniform, stained with oil and possibly other things. But he's very well kept. His beard is neatly trimmed. His hair's that are quite short. You the SLA operatives?
Yes.
Hi. My name's Jiren. Sepin Jiren. How you doing?
We heard you were having a rat problem.
Yeah, they took out that sanitation worker, Davey. Davey, lovely guy, but yeah, it wasn't fast enough to get it from the rats. The real problem is this blockage. We have, it's been quite a while, and some of the tenants are beginning to complain. We really don't want them getting rowdy down here, you know what I mean?
Show us where.
Excellent. He looks at Grail and he keeps a shot. Is he with you?
Yes.
I would like
Orange
to
light.
ask. I would like to ask you a few questions, and looks at Shekinah and says, "If I may,
Yes.
how long are the rats? How many legs do they have, and what color is their fur?"
They are roughly rat size, with rat coloured fur, and legs. If they've not been eaten off, probably 4, maybe 5. I'm not sure. I don't really count rat legs.
Yeah, okay. Grail taps his fingers on the door, and I don't have any more questions.
Oren, do you have any questions?
Oren is leaning over by the wall, trying not to gag and vomit because of the smell and everything he's not used to. And you kind of watch his suit after a while go up over his face and have a respirator on. And he starts to breathe a little better.
Something
no, I'm fine.
Oh, continue, sorry.
No, I'm fine. I don't really have any questions other than, is there going to be light?
Did you bring light? The bulbs haven't been working down there for years.
I believe I had a flashlight in the bag. They gave it to us when we graduate. Just a second. And tries, rummages through his stuff and pulls out a little flashlight.
I can lend you one if you like. Anyway, if you come through here, we're down in the basement. I'll get you sorted. I need to get back up, and there's a fight on. That squad, the one that making it big, they of course I still love you. Whoa. They're attacking a Dark Knight enclave. I need to go up there and see that.
I'm sure I'm missing a lot of fun.
That's where I know you from.
Yes, that is where you know me from. As you guys, it's something weird that you guys notice is Shekinah has this very, uptown affect, but doesn't seem troubled by the air down here at all. So, yes, that is exactly where you know me from.
Must have been great working with them. Oh, that big one.
Lorna was a spectacular captain, yes.
Oh, she is. I'm surprised she's not went full contract killer yet. She will give in time. How come you left? Never mind. Come on, let's get this sorted. We need to get this blockage done. Maybe
Yes,
I can
let's
buy
get
you a
this
drink
sorted
after.
right now. dog, 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 dog,
Yeah,
dog,
stream
dog,
dog.
dog, 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 dog. Sorry,
This
dog
one
break.
still no. This one has fur on its head. It's okay. Not. It's not to take away from Grail. It's
That's xenophobic.
I can share the canine spotlight.
Let's see. That's it. I'm saying not to take away from. You've got to appreciate the differences. But does Grail wear a cap, or does he have his head fully exposed?
Grail is actually he's dressed to the nines. He is wearing the body blocker armor, which is the kind of like standard. It's the same stuff the Shivers wear. He has apparently spent too much money on having it custom painted.
Oh, nice.
Because instead of any the Shiver troops, their armor colored is different based off they're kind of like their general deployment status. His is kind of in this oily like cream and gray, kind of like a swirling mother of pearl, but done in monochrome.
That's great.
He has a cloak that he has pulled up. He is festooned with weapons, including a giant high-tech Tetsubo looking thing. And he does have a full helmet, and he actually it's a full enclosure. And he even has what you can see is that he's got like a skull cap. So it does this, and then he has a clip-on piece that covers his mouth.
Nice.
But he's got weapons. He's got the Castus, the emergency med injector. He's got that. He has a shoulder-mounted light. He's got gear. But the thing that he doesn't have is pocketses.
Oh.
He has 0 pockets. They are all mag clamped on.
Nice.
Which must make it difficult walking past some certain metal things.
Yeah, he's disastrous. He is designed both in form and choice to function in his environment.
Shekinah is wearing a motorcycle jacket over riot armor, both of which are fastidiously cleaned.
Is she still wearing high heels?
Oh yeah, but they're not like stilettos.
Okay.
They're like those like thick, chunky ones you get on dress boots.
Probably more violent than the ones you get on dress boots.
Yep.
He looks at your shoes, and then kind of like looks back up at you.
Something to say, Growl?
No. He turns to walk away and then turns back and says, "No, because I know that you've done this before and you've made good choices."
That's right. She's just trying not to laugh.
Well, as I said, there's a fight on. I want to get going.
While this is going on, Oren's trying to put on a pair of coveralls he pulled out of to cover his suit so he doesn't get full of shit.
But
You know.
I don't know if maybe I missed this, but in the old one, the first edition, I'm pretty sure that the death suit was self-cleaning.
Oh,
So it wouldn't
he's a
stick to it.
germophobic
Okay.
slightly, he's a doctor type,
This is psychological armor.
No, it's absolutely
Yes.
fine. I just I didn't know if it was. So remember now.
He's covering himself up as best he can because, rubber gloves and everything down in the sewer.
Understandable. You hear the sound of someone vomiting near the door as you walk in. The lights flicker. The place smells a mix of various body fluids, but also stale and musty and uncared for. Despite the fact that it looks like Jiren does his job, the place has a feeling of being run down. He works his way through the building, through various corridors, going down about 4 or 5 flights of stairs before you get down to the basement. And the basement is one of these massive open areas filled with all sorts of equipment for the upkeep of the building, most of which is just covered in dust and hasn't been used in years. The entrance to the sewer is an actual gate where Grail will probably need to crouch to go through it, but otherwise should be alright. So if you just go through here, you're going to want to go down another 6 levels before you get to the blockage. I'll get you that torch, and then I'll get back upstairs. I can have a cup of tea for you if you want by the time you're done.
That would be good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. And he runs off to
You may need a bucket for Grail.
yeah. Don't worry. My mother-in-law's with me. She knows how to make a good cup of tea. And it brings over the torch, and it's a big one. You know, like those ones that use night guardsmen use. Massive one. You could hit them with hefty. It could be a weapon. And he holds it out between all of you. Yes. So, who's taking it? I really need to go.
I'll hold it.
Dude, this thing feels very, very heavy.
How much weight? One or two?
It's 2.
Even that, he's going to hold on to it with both hands as best he can to have a light. It lights up behind Grail, though, you know, Grail's figure's a silhouette in front of him.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Point that at the floor. I will tell you if something is coming.
Yeah, yes, Grail.
Thank you. We go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we just just Colonel Boogie March our way down to 6 levels.
The doors open, and the even just going from one room to the other, the stench is almost overwhelming. For you, Grail, it's nothing. You've smelled much, much worse. But for you, Shekinah, this is, something else. Although I think probably Shekinah would not want the others to see that at all. Right.
Respirator?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
This isn't Shekinah's first stank rodeo.
It is not.
No.
Shekinah is well versed in stank of all kinds.
So, don't make your GM laugh, god damn it. Anyway, so, as you... Well, do you know what... Sorry, but just to go off topic here, do you know what we call a sewer grate in Scotland? Or
What?
Glasgow? A stank. It's a name for it.
Perfect.
Aye.
Love it.
I was always
Jack
surprised
had
in
many
England
layers.
they didn't call it that.
Err.
They didn't call it a
Yeah.
stank.
The joke had many layers, much like this blockage.
Yes. That is certainly true.
As we go from civilization, or what passes for civilization, into what could arguably called the wilds, Grail's body language almost unfolds, and the very tight, controlled, like hyper aware of his body space behavior seems to loosen up. And now there's a lot of wall contact. He's not going feral, but clearly he is kind of loosening up and becoming comfortable in this environment. And, you know, there's definitely something more active and engaged about his behavior. You can find that comforting or creepy as you find appropriate.
That's fucking creepy.
But the good creepy.
Like Jax loves it. Shekinah's just like, no.
Yeah. Didn't have one of these in the old squad. No.
Nope. Mm-mm.
But you've been very polite so far.
While
He
he's
is.
doing
That is why I hadn't said anything about it. Continue, sorry.
while he's doing that, you see Oren playing with a piece of his equipment. It's the motion scanner tracker he has that help detect any motions around.
Beep. Beep.
Yep. Just colored. He put it on mute so not to attract any noise, you know.
Not to attract any noise to track.
No, attracted.
Keep
so
those
the
noises
noise
away while I'm
doesn't
looking.
attract. Yes, so the noise doesn't attract.
Yeah. Speaking of motion detectors, I would actually just like to make a detect roll.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
Because I do have a detective 2. So let me roll the skill die. So that's a 9 without the bonus.
Mm-hmm. What is
With
it you're
the
trying
bone-
to detect?
Oh, I am like in the shadows and the stuff. I'm trying to detect any sounds.
So
or
we'll make this
motion.
then. We'll do this for just now, and this will be ongoing then. So if you all make your detect rolls just now, you can do it like that. What's your bonus?
So my bonus is a 6.
There you go. That's a 15.
Nice.
So you roll. You've got 3 skill dice to roll then as well.
All right, let's do it. And then I get the 1 extra one, right?
No, that's it. Because you're level
okay.
2 detect. So
Got
then you
it.
roll
And
3.
I add my bonus to each one
Yes.
as well, right? Okay, so that's a 6, an 11, and a 10.
With the bonus.
Yes.
Okay. So you've got 3 successes then. So success and 2 successes. Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
couldn't-
Sorry. That would just be a 6 and an 11. My bad, because I have a 2 in detect. Wait, am I
Yeah, but
rolling
that's
3
the
dice
dice.
or 2 dice?
You're rolling 3 dice,
Okay, cool. Sorry.
right?
Yes.
So
then
4
it
dice
is-
in total.
Got it. So it's a 6 and 11 and a 10.
Yes.
Okay.
So in case I didn't explain before for anyone that may be listening or whatever or watching, SLA Industries in the second edition, what you do is you have your success dice. That's 1d10, and then for each level you have in a skill, you get an extra skill dice. If you don't have the skill, you get 1 dice anyway. So you're always rolling at least 2 dice. And if the success dice passes, then the level of success is determined by how many of the skill dice have succeeded. If you fail on a success dice but get 4 successes on the skill dice, then you succeed anyway, just at the very lowest level. And a fumble only comes in if you fail on the success dice and all of the skill dice. That then is has some consequences. So you've got 3 successes, gentlemen.
Okay, I will roll. What is the target number?
Just target number of 10.
Okay. And because I'm using my motion detector, I get a +1 on all searches like this.
Nice.
Clever boy.
Whoop.
1 success and 3 successful skill rolls.
Okay, yeah, excellent. And Grail.
I am currently wearing egg on my face because I bought piles of survival and piles of sector lore and no detect.
Oof.
Awesome.
So, oopsie doodle.
Oh, I have sector lore too. 6.
That's good
Nice.
to have.
So, Grail apparently doesn't notice anything, but he's just navigating things he doesn't understand fantastically.
That's
So,
a valid point. For the two of you, as you're going along, you hear various levels of rat infestation. Shkenna, you've been down here before. You would know that there are a hell of a lot of rats. They tend not to become too aggressive unless there is a reason for them to be. Only the smart rats live. These things are about the size of small dogs. And although, they're not going to do much damage to you, they will damage your armor at least a little bit. But again, it's not very common that they would eat an entire sanitation worker. At least not without going into lower downtown. As you're going along, the echoes from toilets being flushed, from people listening to their TV sets way too loud somewhere nearby. Yeah, well, nearby to some pipes. There's something that's exposed. Water constantly dripping and gushing. The further down you go, the more pervasive it becomes. There's from up the top, you've got some culverts, some channels going down. You go down, it starts to spread out until it gets to like in the movies where they've got these basic rivers of sewage going by, and you've got the things on each side to stand. I didn't mention it, but Sepin would probably have given you a map to get to the blockage because these sewers are very much like mazes.
Cavernous and weird.
Yeah. If you give me, please, give me another detect, please.
Okay.
So, just to try to save myself from my own disorder here, I do not have any detect, but what I do have is that scout helmet interface.
That gives you a plus to your bonus.
So that's what, a +1?
I think it's a +1, yeah. Need to check, but it should be a +1. So it's your, what do you call it?
Yes, it is a +1 because it's the integration of the ones
And yeah,
scanner and stuff.
so it's your concentration plus the +1 as your bonus.
Okay.
Are we still rolling at a target number of 10?
For you and Orin, it would be 14. For Grail, it would be 10.
Okay,
In
I
this
have 2
case.
successes.
2 successes. Is that including the success dice, or?
Yes.
Okay. Grail, Orin?
Nope, no luck.
I had success and 1 skill success.
Okay. You can hear more rats coming up, going towards the thing, but that's about it. They seem to be congregating there. The motion detector, though, isn't showing large amounts of rats. If they're there, they're not moving much. But you can hear the chittering and the scraping.
All right.
Over comms, communicating all that to everybody.
You no longer have a connection to upstairs. The connection down here is not nearly strong enough. As you're now
But we
down.
can-
Oh, with each other, yes. Line of sight,
Yes.
no problem at all. But you've not run into anything else down here. You know, you've heard rats. You've not seen any.
Have we seen any indication of any sort of dead animals?
Dead rats. You have
Waste,
seen dead
bones.
rats. Sorry. Yes. Lots and lots of waste. Perhaps more dead rats than you might usually expect.
Okay. Grail plunges his hand into the murk and mire and pulls out a rat corpse and holds it up to his optics because he's sealed. Holds it up to his optics and looks at it like very closely. It's kind of an impromptu vivisection. Can I roll like sector lore or survival?
Don't eat that. Orin yells out.
I would say you could roll. Let me have a look at your sheet a second. Because there is very well something you could do here.
I mean, he wasn't going to eat it until Orin told him not to.
Yes.
And as much as he is a calm, giant cannibal monster person, he is also a bit of a shit. So he is absolutely going to unclip the word I'm thinking of is mempo, his half mask, and take it off, and while looking directly at Orin, shove the entire rat into his mouth. Like one go, just playing a game of fucking eat that thing.
You can give me a sector lore, please.
Great.
That's just gross.
It's calories.
True.
Let me know if you need to get some toxins out of you, or if you get sick.
Unlikely.
He pauses, like he does a full body pause, like he goes completely still, and looks at Orin and says, "Orin, am I the first carrion you have met?"
Yes.
Ah.
I did learn a little in school, I mean, but, you know, I know you're supposed to be toxic resistant, but I don't know how toxic this is.
Boys, we can play Xeno Ambassador later.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the success dice was a 10.
Okay.
If that's adequate, then I have 2 other dice that...
You should always roll them all. They also broke a 10, so you've got 2 6. Excellent.
Yeah, I rolled them all. I just wanted to make sure that I got it before I started doing any more thoughts. Yes, so success dice +2.
These are Killian brown rats, but they are significantly more muscular. Not larger, bit more muscular.
Am I imagining like a steroidal muscular, like
Yes.
too much muscle
Oh
for the
no,
frame?
no. I'd say more lean muscular.
Okay.
I think if it was steroidal, they would be much, chunkier, bigger, unable to move.
Yeah.
Whereas this is the muscles that they do have seem to have been working much more effectively than they might usually do.
Okay. Okay. So he only eats half the rat because he wants to gesture with the back half. So he just essentially glonks like 16 ounces of rat retch down, licks his chops, puts his mask back on, and kind of holds the leg out. And if I gross somebody out, just like X at me, I could. Yes. Says, this is a well-fed rat. There is a lot of food down here.
Orin, don't vomit in your respirator. You don't want to inhale that.
Yeah, he's trying. That's just gross. It's almost as bad as the school food, it looks like.
The school food was terrible. This at least has flavor. And he turns
Well
around.
Grail, don't talk with your mouth full.
He taps his fingers,
Also,
Kinda-
don't play with your food.
taps his fingers on the wall, and then continues going down. By the way, he has infrared and ultraviolet night vision and everything else. Yes.
Finish the rat, Grail. Or don't and put it down.
Yeah, he slung it. It was clearly it was absolutely an active theater as opposed to an act of necessary calories.
So glad we've established that the rats are well fed.
Not much further on, you see the mass of rats that you've been hearing unmoving, forming a pile in front of what looks to be the blockage.
Hey, is this a rat king? So, can I use sector lore on the rats and the blockage?
The blockage will not do anything. At the moment, you can't see it probably because it's kind of overwhelmed by the rats. From the sector lore, you wouldn't get much more on the rats than what Grail already got out of it.
But can I know when was the last time a blockage of this size was detected, and what it turned out to be?
No, that was something you would need to look up online, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't, it's not historically big. It's not something that's ruined. It's just something that's been an inconvenience for the residents for the last little while. So what do you like?
Well-
There's at least maybe well over 100 rats in this pile. But again, they're not really moving. Squirming, yes, but not moving.
Well, Grail, you showed us how you deal with rats.
Grail kind of waves his head side to side and unlimbers the large, heavy, like two-handed club off of his back and thumbs an activator stud on it. And clearly, there's some sort of energetic. There's technology in it. It's going to do some sort of energy disruption or something like
The
that.
hum of it.
Yeah. Low, ominous hum, to quote Schlock Mercenary. There is an ominous hum, and he starts heading towards the rats. I mean, he's going to have to walk over there and find out what the hell is happening anyway. He's very aware of the fact that find out what the hell the rats are doing is going to be his next set of instructions. So,
Roll initiative, please.
absolutely.
That goes for everyone.
Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. How do we do that?
So 1d10 plus your initiative bonus.
Okay.
Which is dexterity plus cool, right?
No, dexterity plus concentration, I think.
Dexterity plus concentration. Okay.
Which I love, because rather than just being dex, being able to think of it mentally is a good part of initiative.
Okay.
Okay, what we got?
13.
Excellent.
9.
I got a hot rod of an 8.
Oh, so you and the rats declare at the same time. Right, the way
How appropriate.
the way initiative works in SLA is that those with the lowest rolls declare first but act last. Okay, so that means that the rats and grey will declare at the same time, and their actions will be performed at the same time. Then Orin can declare with the knowledge of already what they've declared, and then Shekinah can declare with the knowledge of what everyone else has, and then things will happen. So Shekinah will then act first, then Orin, and then Grail and the rats. So for the rats part, 10 of them are going to break off and launch themselves towards Grail.
Okie dokie. Just to ask, is that going to be 10 discrete critters, or is that a lump of rats with 10 units in it?
A lump of rats with 10 units in it.
Okay, good. Grail is going to just take kind of like a big sweep with his clearance baton, which is the weapon that he's going to use, and hope that the energy discharge solves a lot of problems quickly.
Okay. Orin, what will you be doing?
Orin will be because he's going to have his hands free. He's going to drop the flashlight and put on and activate his night vision,
Okay. Shekinah?
which I have to do with enhance.
Bullets are unfortunately a luxury, and I am not spending one of my 5 bullets on these rats. So instead, I'm going to pick up the dropped flashlight and back up a couple paces.
Okay, so you wait until the flashlight's dropped and
Yep.
take it, because you would otherwise act first.
Yes.
Excellent. Orin, what do you need to do to activate your
Oops, sorry.
enhanced
I
senses?
already rolled it, so I had 1 success and 2 additional skill successes,
Yes.
and that's under the enhance ebb skill.
Yeah.
I now have night vision. Basically, it only lasts 10 minutes, though.
Yeah, better than nothing. So, then what we'll do is Grey will be attacked by a bunch of rats, and he will attack. So if you give me your roll, please. They are taking nothing for defense.
You want me to make my attack roll, or do I need to roll a defense roll?
Well, are you putting anything into defense? Because you can split your actions up here. You can take some of your what you would use for attack and put it in defense.
Honestly, no. Grail
think you would.
thinks that there's just a small pile of rats, and he's a giant carrion with a club and armor. So this feels very one-sided. It might be one-sided in the other direction, but right now we're going to run off the arrogance of newness.
Well, considering they failed their success die, I don't think you're going to be in any danger at the moment.
Cool. So now it is my go.
Please.
Yep. So I'm rolling polearm. And polearm runs off of. I'll have all of this memorized.
Don't
So that
worry.
runs off. Oh man. So
I
I'm
forgot
at
as
plus 8. I'm at plus
Damn.
8 and rolling 4 extra dice.
There we go.
Yeah.
This could be something very good.
I'm the best at what I do.
And what
I
do
might
is not
be
very
the
nice.
best at what I do. Or not. Oh my gosh. Everything's great except the success die.
So
which
you got 4 successes. On the
I'd
skill
be
dice.
shocked if I didn't. My lowest skill roll is a lot. Is 14.
And the what is on your success die?
9.
Oh,
Because I rolled a 1.
unlucky. Well, you could spend 1 luck to re-roll that dice.
I will spend my 1 whole luck to not eat shit on my first combat roll.
I'd need
I
to say
get to
you would
re-roll
not
it?
be eating shit on it because you got 4 skill dice successes. That would
Yeah.
count as a success You just
But
wouldn't
I
get
want to
any...
feel good.
Okay.
After I realized I didn't take detect, I need a win. And I swear to God, I rolled a second one. So I'm committed to this action now.
But that's alright, you still get to hit them, you just don't get any extra to it. So if you roll your damage, please. Not roll your damage, is it? Or is it 1d10 plus? I don't have the weapon.
It's okay. It's the gash clearance baton, and it's 1d10 plus 3.
Yes, with a minimum of 6 damage.
Minimum 6 damage and an armor damage of 4.
Yeah, they have no armor.
Yeah. If the black die had come up correctly, I would have funted them because
Yes, you
there's an
would have
energy
done.
discharge on a good roll. So I do 7 damage.
You knock
We're gonna dance at the bottom of the bell curve tonight.
You knock 2 of them into the wall and hear their brains pop out. Sorry if that's to do with the graphic, but you hear their skulls crash against the wall. You've hit them so hard. But the others don't seem to take any notice of that and start going for your feet. So it's the next combat round. Again, they're just going for you. There's 8 of them left.
I'm gonna return the favor. Yeah.
Auden?
What am I seeing now that I have my night vision activated?
That is a very good question. You are seeing this pile of rats moving in a kind of... Oh no, right, what you're doing is looking. That's going to be your action. Shikana.
I am going to use the baton the flashlight baton to try and clear away any rats near me.
Okay, there will be 1 or 2 probably going for you. So give me a roll, please. That will be...
Melee?
Yeah, melee with... Yeah, no, just melee. Sorry, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
no,
melee
I'm
weapons.
rolling 2 dice. This
Yeah,
is not
sorry.
good. Okay, I got a 10 with my bonus of 1.
There you go, that's not bad at all. So the success die was a 10, and the skill die, anything?
So I have a 7. So
Okay.
it's a 6 plus my bonus.
Then it was so that's just success, so just a basic damage. We will say 1d10 minus 4. So you roll 1d10, please.
Yeah.
By the way, I've got my...
I got a 2.
That's still not bad, because the minimum damage is 1, so the minus 4 doesn't really kick in very much. One of the rats coming towards you, you manage to brain, and they kind of stumble back and hiss at you. Right, Oren, you are looking, and something's caught your attention. Beyond the rats, you can see what the blockage is. There's parts of people pushed through grates, none of which are whole. They seem to be arranged in some kind of pattern. The rats seem to be moving in a similar pattern in this pile. Like sketching it, just I'm not going to do it because it's too complicated in my head, but just like the rats are moving in the same sort of way that these body parts have been placed in this grate, and there's a gel of blood and matter covering over this sluice.
I will be relaying this information and describing it as I'm seeing it over the comm so that people other than me will be aware of it. And he's going to prepare that's next round. That's what he sees.
Grail, hit those rats.
Yeah, like that's a compelling piece of data that clearly, like when Oren says that, there's definitely kind of like, what? Okay, I don't care. Like I heard it and I'm interested by it, but I need to solve my immediate problem. And let's see. Now, let's see what happens now. Okay. Wow. Okay, so that's a hot and cold die. So +8. So I got an 18 on my success die.
Hell
Not
yeah.
bad.
Right. And my lowest skill die is an 11.
Not bad at all.
So I think that means, so I have 4 die and they were all above 11. So does that mean that I got 4 extra successes?
Yes, you did.
Cool.
But the what do you call them? The rats also got 4 successes.
That's fine.
Got hold on. So what's that damage? Where the hell is this? Sorry. Why can I not see this? Apologies. This is. Yeah, doesn't
Right.
matter. It's not going to get through your armor anyway. You're wearing body blocker? That's PV4, isn't it?
Yeah, PV4.
Got this here.
So that stops 4 levels of damage, but they degrade my armor at the same time.
Yes, it's going to be your yeah. So you've got your protection value, and then you've got the what do you call it? The armor.
Resistance.
Thank you very much. So because of these successes, you're going to lose 4 points of armor resistance as these things
Oofta.
get in at the.
That's rough. That's rough, buddy.
They get in at the joints and are just chewing away at it, trying to get away at anything to get through to the flesh underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the damage for yours?
I'm not okay. I'm not sure how to convert those extra successes to damage. I think if you get extra
Tell me,
successes, you
and
get
I
more
will-
dice.
Yes, you do. It
Okay.
depends how many you got. 4 extra successes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, then that would be on a main target. It would be +6 damage and a hit to the head, which would give a headwind. So in this case, roll your damage.
All right. So unmodified by all of that, I did 9 damage.
To 9 damage.
Nice.
So it's 15 plus a bit to the head. What you do is you plus whatever for those successes, they get the energy effect, don't you?
Yes. Any roll to hit with a clearance baton that rolls an exceptional margin of success or greater will also knock the target to the ground, inflicting prone. Any unarmored target that is hit by a clearance baton immediately suffers the stunned condition.
That sounds like you just pancaked the rats.
Yes, you did. You lash out with your what is it, your polearm, and the 8 rats that were getting at your feet, you're able to take it and scoop them, smash them into the wall, and as their little twitching bodies fall into this river of filth, the pile of rats stops moving. Dusted off this set of rats here, and the other rats have stopped moving. What do you want to do?
Grail
Are we
Grail pulls like one of the rats that got through his armor or tried to like out from between 2 of the plates and chucks it in obvious annoyance. And says, "Clear."
Are you all right?
Yes.
Are we still initiative somewhat?
No, we'll drop out of initiative for the moment. The rats aren't making any overt gestures of.
I'm gonna shine my light on the thing. Is this anything I would have recognized from my education or my sector lore?
No. This is something that might awaken something in Grail, though. I don't know how we should deal with that.
Grail just shoves it down. He just makes a neurosis deposit for later.
Neurosis deposit.
I need to make a withdrawal now, thank you.
Over here, we call that crisis mode.
Yes. Grail, what happens when you see that? You put it down, but would the others notice anything?
Probably, he did respond, interpreting that response as anything
because they don't know you.
Yeah. He looks at it and does like a full body step back, which is pretty much the first time he's actually withdrawn from something in the whole like 2 hours that you've known Grail. And his club is now clamped back to his back. And he like does something that looks very nervous. Ooh. smacks the hell out of a microphone, does something that looks very nervous with his hands, and says, "This is not an accidental blockage," in understatement of the year.
Oren's going to try to move somewhat closer to see what might have been done to these bodies.
You can give me a forensics roll if you have it.
I do. Also medical and detect any of those.
No,
guys.
forensics is what we'd want for this.
In Grail's mind, everything spooky is the Ebon's problem. Like everything you could put in a spooky bucket, he just hands it wet and sloshing to the Ebon.
Gross.
And what was my target number, Mark?
Your target number would be... let's just go for 10. It's not going to be too difficult.
Right. One success, success, and 2 skill successes.
Okay. These body parts, first of all, they're all of adult human origin. Second, they have all been very deliberately taken apart. There's the incisions that have been made are precise, and it's not just cut off. There's like a chest on there, and it's been, so parts of the body cut off, but it's then been cut through the middle. So the back isn't there anymore, and the chest has been pushed through into the grate, with the organs being pushed into it. All of these things have been arranged. There's at least 3 of each body part there, and they're arranged so that no 2 of the same parts touch, and the pattern doesn't look like it repeats itself there. I mean, you're looking.
Are there heads? Are there heads?
There are no heads. No.
Okay.
There are no bite marks from rats on the bodies.
Just for my own visual, are the rats like at my feet? Are they below
You moved a
the
bit
bodies?
closer. I'd say there's the rats. There's still a massive pile of rats here. Some came off and you were able to see past, but it's a good few meters from the rats to the blockage. You were able to see it because of your enhanced
Vision.
Yeah, enhanced vision there. But the rats is still on you, or in the pile is probably just up towards your breast.
Okay, I just wanted to know how close I was to it.
No, you're still a good few meters away from it. You could walk past the rats probably, but they are now completely immobile.
So the rats are not moving.
Give me a cool check, please, actually.
Can we see past the bodies, or are the bodies just completely blocking the grate?
All right. Is there a dice for a cool check?
A cool check goes when the bodies, are covering the aren't covering the grate itself, but there's a kind of jelly that's obviously come from innards and blood and other things mixed that's covering the grate completely. I just hit my mic, I apologise.
So for a cool check, it's just success die and then my rank?
Yeah, plus your cool, yeah. All of you I want this from, please.
What's the target number?
Wait a minute. Target number would be...
I'm sorry, all of us are rolling cool?
Please, yes.
I'm trying to find out. Yeah. And the modifier is what? Just your straight
The modifier
cool
is going to be...
Just your
plus 2. No, I think I'm screwing this up. Maybe second. Because the cool roll is different. And
The cool rules are always different.
Yes.
True.
Otherwise, it's just not cool, man. It's like, you gotta be different, dude. Where are you, my little cool friend? Apologies for anyone watching, because I should have known this beforehand.
Cha-cha.
Yeah. Right, so you add your cool to the value rolled, and 10 or greater of the roll says. So. Okay, right, yeah, so just add your cool.
Single die.
Single die, add your cool.
All right, I'll take that.
7.
I assume green
Ha!
passes. Yeah.
Sorry, I rolled a natural 10,
Oh, very good.
so I have 14.
Excellent. Yeah.
I rolled a fairly stoic 12.
Not bad, not bad. So, Orin, you are afraid. This gives you a -1 modifier to all dice.
Yikes.
See,
He's
this
visibly shaking a little bit.
it's something else. This is, although you can't feel any flux here, you can't feel ebb. This doesn't seem natural to you. You all hear the rats hiss.
I'm going to try using the aware skill to detect ebb.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if there is anything. Target number would be, sir?
10.
All right, and I got a minus right now. I did succeed with 2 successes. Or 2 skills, excuse me.
What you sense isn't flux, isn't ebb, but a distinct absence thereof. So not just like
Okay.
normal where there's no one around who uses flux. It's actively gone. In fact, you get the feeling if you were to stand there too much longer, you might start to lose flux yourself.
He would step back, fearing for his flux. He will also convey this information to the rest of the party.
Well, let's disrupt it then.
Okay, stand back.
I stand back.
I also.
Yeah, is this going to be something that we roll, or would messing up this this body art be a cinematic action?
You want to do something about the blockage.
Yes.
That wasn't part of your BPN.
I thought it was get rid of the blockage in the sewers.
Investigate the blockage, get rid of the rats.
Oh, never mind. Well, the rats are going to be here if the blockage is here.
No, the rats are a good few meters in front of it. The rats aren't
Yeah.
causing the blockage.
I mean, it's specificity. The instruction sentence is, you're absolutely right, exterminate the rats and report on the blockage. So if we eliminate all of the rats, we can make this someone else's problem.
Good point. Let's do it.
Now, if you had grenades, I would say lob a grenade. However, since you don't, these rats are not even moving in the pattern they had before, but they've started to hiss.
Are they hissing in the are they hissing in the please go away way, or are they hissing in the come any closer and this is a street fight way?
They're hissing in this is creepy as fuck, why are rats doing this in a big pile sort of way.
Okay. Grail is going to attack them unless something in the process of approaching them changes his mind for him.
Oh, no, continue.
Nope, they're still hissing.
Okay. cinematically, if we're doing this cinematically, I would love to take this clearance baton and just give it a Mjolnir whack and just activate the pulse wave, which I feel should do for most of the rats pretty quickly. But if we need to do dice over it, then I'm going to make an attack.
No, I'm quite happy with that for the moment because these things are basically inert. Tell me how this looks then with this massive. I mean, it's hundreds of rats here in this big pile. Some of the ones at the bottom must be dead already. There's no way they could survive. You know, the weight of this above them.
If any of you has ever, and you damn well better have, practiced appropriate fire safety while camping.
You expect me to go camping? I'm a city boy from Glasgow, mate. There's no camping.
Well, it's part of the process of putting out a fire, especially if you're leaving the area, is stirring. Like you put water on it and you chill the entire area where there might have been fire all the way down.
Yeah.
So if you've ever seen anybody do that, what Grail is doing looks maneuver-wise very similar. You know, smash, 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 stir, 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 smash, smash, smash.
Love it.
It's mechanical, and based off how hard he's hitting, apparently a little cathartic.
Yeah.
So
A little whack-a-mole.
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, this is a big fucking stick that does concussive energy. So there's a couple of ringing like fooms when he hits too. So, you know.
While you're doing that, please, all of you, give me a detect roll.
Oh, of course you want a detect roll.
Of course I do.
I'm ready.
With
Son of a gun.
a difficulty of 14.
You bastard.
Oh, god damn it, 14?
Yeah, 13. Sorry, 13. My fault.
Oh, 13.
13. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm good because I got a 15 on my skill roll. Or my success die, sorry.
I know it's so weird the how it works, but I like the system.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I lucked into exactly a 13.
No.
And on the success, the skill dice.
All right, so I just got one success.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also had one success with 2 additional skill.
Okay.
So we all see it, but Orin remembers it.
No, Shikana and Grave, you don't really see it. You just, especially because you're probably too busy with the making of this jam. This is maybe reminds you something of your childhood as you smash the absolute shit out of this pile of meat. Shikana, you might be too far back. Orin was a little bit further forward. But Orin, as he's doing this, and you know, maybe you don't want to get any of the splashes of blood and viscera on you, you notice that the blood, when it comes off, is going back up the flow towards where the bodies are.
I don't like that.
Grail, stop. Blood's going back into that blockage against the flow. Even. What the hell is that fucking thing? And he's staring at it, still kind of shivering or quaking.
Real. New plan. Knock the rats into the river.
And yeah, he switches. He switches from mortar and pestle to golf club.
It doesn't even take you all that long. Once the live rats are gone, they don't put up any. Well, first of all, they're probably already dead from the mashing, but the rest is really just pushing it off into the slow moving sludge.
Okay. Yeah. So he pushes all the rats away. Does that disrupt the reverse gravity blood flow?
No, that's once the blood flow. Once there's no more blood there, there's nothing to flow back up. But there's still, effluence. No, yeah.
Offal.
No, I mean the stuff from the sewer itself. From the blockage. The blockage isn't complete. It's still coming through a little bit. But yeah. I know, delicious.
Super gross.
Yes.
We all had body cameras on, right?
I don't know, do you?
No.
Oh, I thought because like everything we do is being recorded.
No, everything can be recorded.
Gotcha, okay.
This didn't have any specificity that Third Eye News or Station Analysis would be filming you. If you were lucky, a camera crew might have stumbled upon you and filmed.
Damn it.
You can purchase a camera to use later, though, or whatever.
That's okay. I have a 4 in administration and finance. This will be a very detailed report.
You'll have your like phone. You'll probably have a camera on your phone or something. Would be the best.
We have
things.
We have cell phones.
You can do.
Okay.
They're not like smartphones are now. It's more like you remember when you first get the camera phones and it's really
They're
grainy.
like flip phones, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That's okay. I'm taking pictures.
I'm thinking my old Nikio brick.
No, not even that. It's more kind of sleek, but much shitter. You know. But yeah, you'd be able to take some footage with it to document it. It wouldn't be the best. Probably wouldn't get too much detail out of it. But you'd definitely be able to do that.
Yep, we can do that. And we are going to beat a tactical retreat once people are done here.
Now that we have a much clearer path to the bodies, I would attempt to move closer to get a better investigation for the report.
Okay. What would you like to do? What do you want to roll?
Probably more forensics, just to see what may have caused, now that I can actually get up to it and be a closer inspection.
Okay, you do that, but you also need to give me another cool roll, please, when you're getting closer to it.
Yeah, he's going to try. Like I said, he's trying.
He's trying his best.
That time it was a 9.
Okay, you are moving on to petrified. You freeze. Minute, was that a 9 with a -1?
8.
Okay, no, but you shouldn't have done the -1 for that. It's
Okay.
that's what I was saying. Because now you would get a -1 to cool for the duration of the fear effect. So Grail Shikena, you see Orin move towards this, and he freezes. And Orin, in your petrified state, you can lose 2 flux, please.
Ouch.
As you feel it being sucked out of you.
Grail.
Help.
Yeah, he starts moving as you say, Grail, and this is the first vocalization that Grail makes that isn't Mort standard English, and he gives this nasty rattling hiss.
Don't like that.
That says something. I mean, clearly he's emoting the fuck out of something there, and he grabs Orin by like the where he turns whatever he's wearing into the drag bar on the back of body armor and just removes him, and removes him probably to the entranceway of this room, absent other information.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. He puts, he like returns Orin and says, "Sit down."
Orin sits.
Okay.
Still shaking. Maybe, if his suit didn't self-reclaim, there might have been a wet spot.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
You have done the job you were meant to do.
Okay.
Doesn't take you long. Seems to go much faster on the way back to get up. The caretaker isn't there, but you're able to find your way back out.
Where's our cuppa?
Oh, he's probably still watching the fight. You know what?
Mother-in-law's here.
Yes. You know the apartment number. You can go to it.
Bang, 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 bang.
An old woman opens the door. Who are you?
Shekinah Zelenko, SLA operative. Your son-in-law promised us a cuppa. Said you made the best.
I do. Step on! The slops are here! You would know, Jenna, that slop is kind of a rude term for a sleigh operative. You see him come out, it's like, oh, you should have seen that fight. Oh, the big one, she tore the carriage. Sorry, no offence. I didn't
It's
mean it
okay.
like
I
that.
tear them to pieces too.
Well, you'd like her. She's brilliant. Oh, to be in her squad. If I was a
The
young man.
tea.
Oh, yeah, sure. Effie, can you get... She looks at him. Get your own fucking tea. She totters off into her room.
Ooh,
I'd
damn.
get it for you. 2 seconds. And it comes back. The tray of tea. One with a pint glass. Full. Hands it to Grail.
Do you have a terminal I can use to write my report?
Ours are... Well, no. Not really.
That's fine. I will consider my slop report while we have this lovely tea.
Okay, I'm really sorry about my mother-in-law. She does make the best tea, but I think she was kind of betting against your old team, and yeah, she doesn't like to lose money.
I don't blame her. I don't like losing money either.
Understandable. I'm really sorry. The Shiver lads are still outside. There's not going to be. They're not going to be spending much longer here, are they?
No. In fact, do you have any disposable cups? We'll take this with us.
I've got the ones that Effie gave us for the wedding. We really don't want them.
All right. We'll take this with us. Thank you.
Comes out with these.
Can I
awfully
use your
floral cups.
bathroom?
I sure it's just out in the hall.
And he goes down and, tries to wash the shit off of him, tracking it down the hall.
You're able to get it off these clothes that you put on over your death suit. You're still terrified though. It's, if you look
Yeah,
in
I'm
the mirror, you
shaking,
can see yourself
staring in the
shaking.
mirror.
Yeah.
What's the subdivision of SLA Industries that handles spooky?
That's us.
That would be technically Naga 7, Stigmata.
Stigmata. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Gotcha.
But yes, that would be you in the First Order. But you would not be able to call Stigmata and get them to do something for you. Your phone rings, Shiana.
Hello?
It's McCabe. You lot done yet?
We're coming out momentarily.
Okay, there's a message for you.
Good. I'll listen to it when I get in the APC.
Aye. Get it in.
Once Orin returns from the bathroom, we'll head out to the APC.
See some kids running round about it, throwing rocks at it. You hear the dull thud, the ping.
Oi, you lot! Clear out.
And they run off. You fucking bastards, you! Probably about 9-10 years old. The memories.
It's not the worst thing he's been called today.
I'd be surprised. The door to the APC slides open. Let you in. McCabe looks kind of flustered. We got a message. I think you should make a phone call. There's a something more. Some Ebon up at head office says you should call.
Do you mind if I sit in the cockpit to take this call?
Please go ahead. Just ignore Seamus.
Fuck Seamus.
You get into the cockpit, and there's a massive guy who looks like he hasn't moved from there ever. He's got his food set out. He's got a pillow beside him. Right.
and make the call to get the message.
Well, Operative Telenko, your phone managed to send something back to us.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
Who am I speaking with?
I forgot his name again, which I fucking made up. Kaitan Four.
Ah. Continue.
Those pictures you took. This is the blockage, yes?
Yes. You said to investigate the blockage. So I sent back pictures for my report.
You sent them back, okay.
Should I not have?
Oh, you certainly should have. A little bit unorthodox, but you may take your payment for the BPN now. We will credit it to your account, so you will receive your SL upgrade, but I do not want you to leave there just now. You are being issued a white BPN. White BPNs are investigations. The Shiver Squad.
Are we now?
Yeah. Oh, I need to write it first. Well, I forgot. I need to put it in next. The Shiver Squad will remain to assist you in any way they can. No one is to leave the drum until you've discovered what is going on here. I mean this in all seriousness. Shekinah. No one leaves the drum until we know what's going on here. When
Then
we
I
can
have
get...
one request.
Yes.
We're parking the APC around the corner.
That is between you and Sergeant McCabe.
I'm sure it is.
You'll receive the BPN through the APC's terminal. Good luck.
Click. Fuck you, Seamus.
Seamus looks at you and says, you can smell the alcohol in his breath.
Park the APC around the corner.
Yeah, he starts driving off, the door still open. McCabe shouts, Seamus, ya fuck! Are my eyes twitching? You hear the two privates start laughing about something. And one of them shouts for Grail, I've got more piggy wiggies!
Are we in the APC?
I don't know, are you? The door slid open. She kind of went to the cockpit. McCabe's still standing outside, at least. He's looking over what the kids have done to the...
Yeah, he interpreted Shekinah's phone call and message as boss talk, capital B, capital T, trademark. So he would stay outside the office in his in his headspace. So Grail and McCabe and Orin, or is Orin sat down?
Orin is going to go sit down, lay down. He needs to kind of recharge. He was drained, more or less.
Jeez.
Okay, so Grail probably like shuffled him into the APC. Like, please get inside armor so I can stop worrying about you, you tiny fragile thing.
Yeah, and he lays down on the whole bench, taking one side completely up.
That's
Okay.
probably what the privates were laughing about.
Okay. The APC drives away with the door still open,
Very slowly.
very slowly. Okay, so it's not leaving, it's
Parking
doing
around the
exactly
corner.
what
Yeah.
the boss said to. Yeah, it's just doing a minor redeployment. Okay. Grail, like, his shoulders slump for a minute, and he, takes off his 2-part helmet and mag locks it to, I know, his shoulder or his belt, and looks at McCabe and says, "Is there a store nearby?
I'm
I
sure
need
there
to
is
buy a
one.
candy bar."
There'll be a corner shop just down there, I'm sure.
Perfect.
Don't know if they'll fit you. Do you have any unis?
Yes.
Well, if you want, I can send Ackers with you. If you can't fit in, he'll be able to.
Sure. Thank you.
He shouts on Ackers. You can see Ackers' face light up that he's going to get to go somewhere with you.
Okay.
He starts
Grail-
talking to you, telling you about a forum that he's in.
Grail was about to like give him like a shut up, and then he listens to what forum, just in case.
What was the forum called again?
Oh, it had a fantastic name. It sounded like the Flintstones from
Yes.
Friday with a Chance of Meatballs, which is a fantastic movie if you haven't seen it yet. It's like
Brilliant. What did we call it? Because we said as well that it could be
the SLA Industries unofficial advertising and brand design forum and wiki.
Yes, which is the slap and he's going on telling you about it and how these people in this in these sub forums and how much he likes it and the fact that the advanced carrying are so cool because they're part of SLA and
Yes, and as they walk, Grail just listens. When they get to the store, he says, "Yes, I know. I am a mod."
you see his eyes light up again.
He hands this guy what is clearly exact change. Like he had the physical money and coinage or whatever folded into a little like, a single thing. Hands it to him and says, "I would like 1 steel brew, 22 ounce, original flavor. I would like 2 jammy nougat bars, original size, original flavor. Please do not get the vanilla. It is important not to get the vanilla."
I wouldn't get the vanilla. Just
Okay, that is the correct payment.
no bother. He runs in. Within a couple of minutes, he's out with exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Shikana, did you send those photos?
Nope. I'm bluffing.
Good to know.
Okay. Grail and his strange fan, which is extremely uncomfortable to Grail, return.
Really?
Yeah. Grail is like, "I'm supposed to be mimicking other people. This is incorrect. Like, the world is topsy-turvy today."
Yeah. You're the coolest guy in the room for this guy.
He heads into the APC unless there's information that makes him not. Okay. So
Sergeant McCabe,
Yes, Operative Selenko?
we are not to leave the drum.
Yes. I have been made aware. And you hear don't know if you know it, but the old dot matrix printers that printing out as it comes out in the back of the APC. I think that'll be your BPN. Do me a favour. Make sure the kids don't come to any harm here.
I'll
They're
do
good.
my best.
They're good privates, even if Keen can be a bit of a loudmouth.
I would assume you would have nothing but the best privates.
And you have nothing but the best operatives at hand.
That's not what I meant.
Well, that's something for my husband to tell you about.
Good for you.
And I
When
think
he says
yeah.
great operative, you hear Oren moan from inside the...
I think that one needs a bucket.
I think so too. I
Orange
go bang on.
Go.
I go bang on the apartment door again.
The guy opens it up again. That G-Dun. Yeah?
Well, we're here for the long haul.
Well,
Could you put on a supper for us?
Yeah, there's an apartment free up on 12.
Great. We'll use that as our command center.
Okay. Who says this?
You have a terrifying blockage of human carcasses 6 levels down, and if you
Don't
don't
speak about
let
Effie like
handle-
that. Oh, sorry. The blockage. Sorry. What?
Oh, you have a terrifying blockage of human carcasses down in the sewer, and if you don't want it handled, I suggest you keep mouthing off.
I, I, no, okay, I'll get the keys. Don't worry about it. And he runs off. And he's coming out with the keys, and he's still got his slippers on with little bunny ears on them. You hear the TV blaring in the background. Did you say the human? Oh God! I need to get Effie out of here. So she won't be wanting any of that.
I suggest I hold out my hand for the keys. I suggest you do whatever is necessary to make the next several days or hours the most comfortable for you.
Well, I think murder's still out of the question, so yeah. If you need anything, you can come get me.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Effie, you're staying here tonight. Oh, fuck I am. Sorry, I'm just getting loads out of my childhood.
Grell walks past at this point, having heard enough of the conversation, looks in the door over his boss's head, and says, "Stay inside."
Face just drops. And door closes. And as you're going to go probably to the flat on 12, we will leave it for tonight, I think.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, all of you. Before we say our introductions, thank you very much if you're watching here or on Twitch or on YouTube. Like, subscribe, all that sort of things. If you give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you want, leave a comment. If you're watching on Twitch, you could follow us. If you're feeling very kind, you could what do you call it?
Subscribe.
Thank you very much. Why did I not think of that? My head's on my bum.
Because it's midnight where you are.
Yeah, no, it's 11. See, I'm just old, that's all it is. Yeah, so I am the Cthulhu Kid. You can find me on Twitter and stuff. This has been SLA Industries, and we will go in the same order as we started with. Jax.
Hello. I'm Jax. I play Shekinah Zelenko. She and I are very different, as you can see, and she may only be getting meaner as this progresses, but I'm hoping y'all are having a good time with her. You can find me and my work at linktree/rufflejax. You can find me at jacquelinebrick.design, and you can find me basically anywhere on social media as Rufflejax.
Thank you. Did you have a good night? Did you have a good night?
Oh, I did, yes. Sorry, I heard y'all have a good night.
No.
I'm like, yeah.
That's what I heard too. It's okay.
I'm Scottish, we don't say y'all. Anyway, Tim, how was your evening?
Hi, I'm Tim. I enjoyed myself immensely. Still kind of fitting into Orin, but I think I'm working on it pretty good.
Here's
Hopefully
a tiny
we'll-
bean.
I like him.
Yes.
Wonderful contrast with Grail. Actually, all three make a very good
Oh, yeah.
triangle there
Yeah.
that's very...
But no, enjoyed it very much. You can find me at TDorf67 on most socials. Otherwise, you can find me at TTRP Theater Discord. Most any day I will have it up and at least respond. So I do have a few other accounts here and there on Instagram and a few others where I show off some tie-dyes once in a while. But other than that, on the Ben, I believe.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Yes, you are.
I am the neurodivergent human playing a neurodivergent carrion. You probably picked up on a lot of stimming, which was actually very fun to do and was super relaxing. And oh my gosh, I'm going to do that all the time now. You can find my public-facing work exactly where you're watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, go find the Place of Wrath and Tears playlist. If you're on Twitch, go find the Place of Wrath and Tears playlist. I think it's pretty good, and so do most people that talk to me about it.
It's fucking awesome.
I am on Twitter as Ben_horror_ST. And that's pretty much where I'm at. So I had a lot of fun, and I really look forward to doing this again.
2 weeks is too long.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on Discord, Twitter, anywhere else. Bye.
Hi. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Have a good night. Oh, yeah.